Hello, my name is Flora and this is my Learning Audit and Action Plan project. I realized that prior to this class, I didn't know much about multicultural diversity. A few things I learned in this class are race versus ethnicity, which I actually thought were pretty much the same thing back then. I learned sex versus gender, which was actually interesting to me as I had no background knowledge in the differences. The multicultural presentations also helped me understand the differences in those key terms, which I feel is important for every teacher to be able to understand now that society has changed and new things are continuing to be introduced. We should be able to accustom to things like pronouns in order for students to feel respected and welcomed in the classroom or in any other environment. I also learned about different cultural practices, such as differences in religion, education, etc. Finally, I was also brought more into the importance of multicultural diversity in the classroom as well as other surroundings. Throughout this course, I realized how important it is to give students the opportunity to feel welcomed and safe, but also for every individual to be able to share where they come from and feel respected. These are three of the things I feel that I can do now that I wouldn't be capable of doing before this class. First, I believe I'm able to learn more about students' cultural diversities and be more accepting and understanding. I know that in this class, many shared different religion practices and cultural practices, which also allowed me to be more open to these different perspectives and learn more about the diversities in the different cultures. Secondly, I am able to understand the differences in key terms. I find this very important as it is extremely necessary being a future educator and being able to understand the differences in these words that many may confuse. It is significant for students to be able to feel safe and respected as well. Finally, I'm able to identify where I come from and my beliefs and practices, but also be more open about these things more comfortably as I'm more knowledgeable. One thing I could teach others is how to respect each other and respect each other's backgrounds. In a classroom, every student should be taught to respect every individual, although they may not share the same beliefs. I could also teach about different situations or circumstances people face due to their cultural diversities, for example, things like religion, education, clothing, etc. Finally, I would be able to teach my students how to love one another equally. The case studies chapters also help me in learning all of these things and different situations people face due to their cultures, practices, and beliefs. One of the most significant challenges I could face that relates to me becoming an effective culturally responsive educator is remembering everyone's cultural diversities and creating my lesson plans that will make everyone feel respected. I think that is quite difficult as many students will have different beliefs and opinions and may feel violated at some point in the semester. Some things I could do to help me with this is allow students to share their backgrounds from time to time, either in writing projects and so on. This also relates to including cultural diversity in my lesson plans, which would give students the opportunity to feel more welcomed and relatable. Giving students time to reflect on how things may or may not apply to their background is also an important factor as it invites feedback for me as well. Most importantly, I will establish a safe and open environment that will not allow any student to feel left behind or like their differences are not valued. There are various things I could do to further my knowledge on multicultural diversity. First, I could share and accept my cultural differences. It all starts with me being able to learn about myself and my own identity and being able to share with students so that they also feel that they are capable of sharing their backgrounds and where they come from. Secondly, I could learn more about others' cultures and practices. This is significant as I would be able to have more knowledge about different students and possibly understand them or where they come from when they share their beliefs or different perspectives as other classmates. Finally, I will be the model to show why respect is important and why everyone should be accepting of diversity. Everything in the classroom starts with the teacher, therefore, students will learn how to be respectful and welcoming as the teacher is also doing so. It is significant for the teacher to be the role model first in order for the students to be able to learn from them and follow those same steps. In a classroom environment, every student should be loved for the way they are and should be accepted of their cultural differences no matter what. So it is extremely important to teach respect and for everyone to be able to feel comfortable to share those differences and their different aspects in their life in order to feel that they are safe in the classroom or in any other environment.